So much occult hidden in plain sight in society. Understand, before products can be introduced nationwide and worldwide, those behind the scenes, they must make their approval. No exception with the Kool-Aid man. You'll see the as above, so below, the red and blue. And listen to the commentators during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and you'll hear them talk about all the specs of the Kool-Aid man. One thing I find interesting, they call the eyes and nose 3 6s. How obvious can it be? And of course what they're saying is scripted. Take a look at this short clip. This is Satanism in plain sight.
Appearing in his 6th Thanksgiving Day parade, which is very cool.
And he's actually got some pretty cool numbers to contemplate as well. He has 4 fingers, 3 ice cubes, and check it out, 6s for eyes and a nose.
Here's another cool fact. Approximately 400,000 cubic feet of helium needed to fill all.
Now, taking a closer look at the Masonic goat god named Baphomet, it's a perversion of God's creation. Of course, God created male, female, and animals all separate. What Satan does, and his minions, they like to pervert God's creation, mixing a male, a female, an animal with his goat's head, this wings, which represents, of course, an angel. This is a fallen angel. And you can see hidden within the crossed legs, you can see a sheep's head. All this symbolism, of course, as above, so below. The Masonic moon, black and white dualism. You have the, Lucifer as the light bearer, so you have the light on top. The horns of the goat, of course. The pentagram behind. So understanding this is the Masonic goat god, and the Satanists that run this world and their minions, they're going to have his symbolism hidden in plain sight. Let's take a look. First, starting off with McDonald's. What do you see here? Ronald McDonald, as above, so below, with these images. This is, of course, marketed towards the kids. Now, the teenagers to adults, you have Mao Ying of China, the famous former basketball player. And what do you see? Devil hand sign, the devil horns behind him. This is a Chinese advertisement, the 11, which represents the Twin Towers, bringing in the Antichrist. That's what the number 11 is all about. Going to the very top, you understand how the chain of command works. Your top executives with McDonald's, they were never made it to the top of this world. They were never went worldwide unless those before them allowed it to happen. Got to be part of that club to be able to distribute their franchise worldwide. That's exactly what took place with McDonald's. And of course, the M is the 13th letter of the alphabet as well. A lot of symbolism here. Of course, McDonald's here, Ronald, that orangish hair, devil horns, devil horns. Talk about the orange later. Again, talking about Baphomet being the goat god. What do you see here with the Beach Boys? You wonder why they have these goats in this album cover. It's all about Satanism. Taking a look here with Dodge, and of course you see the Dodge Ram. Of course, all Satanism in plain sight with the red and the black. Understand also the Beatles. I'm not saying all these puppets are particularly Satanist per se, but they're definitely sellouts. They know what they're getting involved with, so they're not innocent by any imagination. Willing participants for money. It's basically, like I said, sellouts. Understand the RAM. Again, I'm going to touch upon this later on with Apple Computer as well, and computers in general. Taking a look here at this Beatles album. The Beatles, yesterday's and today. See the sick, twisted, all these baby body parts mutilated. This was a limited release. There's no way this went on the shelves by accident. They received the AOK to release this. Then all of a sudden, oh, we we better yank this off the shelves. They wanted this out there. This is, just one of many images. I'll show some more here. People willing to do this. How much were they paid? Completely disgusting, completely twisted, sick. More of the same images here. Now again, getting back to the ram and this symbolism, let's look at Apple Computer, with the very first Apple Computer being priced at $666.66 with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. And again, they have to be on the same page for this Apple Computer to be released, not only in the US but worldwide. Secret meetings will never know, of course, with the controlled media, will never expose them as being the Satanists that they are. Now, taking a look at this image of Julia Roberts, and you can see the pyramid, the serpent, just another sellout, another celebrity with the 666 on the shirt. Collage of many puppets in the game. Lady Gaga. Not quite sure. This is maybe just a model for this shirt. Not quite sure. Whatever the case, pushing the satanic agenda. Britney Spears talking about being on the same page. Page 666. Another sellout in the game. She would have never made it unless she sold her soul. That's simple. Another image. You get the three eyes. 666. By the way, talking about the double 666 hand sign, this also could be referred to as two sets of threes, with 33 being the highest degree in Freemasonry. So you have dualism, 666 and the 33 all in one. Looking at Michael Jackson, another puppet in the game. The 666 hand sign. Touch upon this more with him a little bit later. Biggie Smalls, his 666 clothing line. This woman here with the 666 hand sign and the wink of an eye. This refers to the Bible about, those that have a mischievousness with the wink. These people are told to do this. They're, of course, not doing this on their own. This is basically mocking the Bible. And this person might not know it at all. They're just instructed to do this by their handlers, by their agents. Now looking at Jackie Chan doing the double 666 hand sign, with the 2 3s, with the 33, of course, Christ crucified at the age of 33. They love to mock, like I've mentioned so many times. Take a look at some more images here. Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. How obvious can it be? Now again, talking about Michael Jackson. Again, this is him, of course, at a very early age. Now one thing to take a notice of is look at this hand. This hand is not Michael Jackson's hand. It's much larger. It has a ring. Lighter color. This is some sick and twisted, perverted person, an adult, doing the 666 hand sign right in front of him. Completely sick. Talking about sick, look at this child. They have no shame whatsoever with this Pampers commercial. The devil horns and the 666 hand sign. Completely disgusting. Of course, Disney. This is about indoctrinating the youth. Walt Disney, you see the 666 over the world. Of course, the 3 6s in the Disney logo itself. Now, taking a look at who I believe is the Antichrist, only time will tell. I take a look at Barack Obama, of course. The devil hand sign. If you look closely enough, you'll see another one. The hidden hand. And a closer look here. Obviously, devil horns right in front of you. They love to mock in plain sight. Thousands of people at this convention. I'm sure they got a big screen somewhere in there. People have no clue what has taken place. Deceived souls, all of them. Everybody in this auditorium deceived completely. And a puppet in the game, Sarah Palin. What do you see? Of course, the same hand sign and the same hidden hand, the devil horns. Understand, of course, She's a Republican. This is a Democrat. But those are just titles. They are all Satanists. Behind the scenes. Playing the masses for fools. All closet liberals. Anti-God. 100%. Just like George Bush. Another supposed Republican with the devil horns. How obvious can it be? Don't tell me it's because he's from Texas. Is she from Texas? Is Obama from Texas? These devil horns? Give me a break. Stop making excuses. Trying to rationalize reasons you believe what you believe. And unfortunately, you have been deceived into the satanic system, thinking everything is just a coincidence. 666 here with E! News. No reason for that, but of course, those behind the scenes, you're not going to make it on TV. These two stooges, they don't, all they care about is money they get, lining their pockets, their purses. That's what it's all about, selling your soul to make it on TV. Talking about sellouts, take a look at Katy Perry. Of course, she mentions in interviews how her parents were Christians and how she sold her soul to the devil. No kidding. There's symbolism here. This has become normal. Taking a look at Hollywood and The Simpsons, which is targeted, of course, to young adults, to adults. You have Homer Simpson here burning a Bible. How obvious can it be with Matt Groening, of course, as I mentioned before, nothing more than a satanic Freemason. Like them all, it's a big club. Taking a look at NATO, talking about how Satanists do everything in opposites. That's why all the news, for the most part, is fake and fabricated. There's no truth in Satan. He's the father of all lies. So, and as I've mentioned before, of course, doing things in opposites, they have Otan. And of course, they're going to give us false meanings for everything. This is what Satanists do. You're going to say it's some Portuguese, meaning Otan. For NATO, again, always with the false meanings, and this is based upon Freemasonry, deceiving through religion, through many means of deceiving the masses. Now, taking a look, again, working off opposites, the satanic way. Taking a look at Oprah Winfrey's, Harpo Studios. Of course, Oprah spelled backwards is Harpo. Again, Satanists at work. People might call these individuals artists. How can they be artists if they're doing the same thing? These are not individuals. They are called puppets. Con artist is more like it. Even people that love Elvis. There's another sellout. Sold his soul to Satan. No doubt about it. Take a look at that. Again, the 666 hand sign. I'm taking a look at the one eye symbolism. And it has dual meaning. Of course, with the one eye reference to Ra or Lucifer. Also, it's a reference to the Antichrist, where it states in the Bible, after he's mortally wounded, he will survive, and he'll be blinded in one eye. This basically symbolizes the bringing in of the Antichrist. Taking a look at some more images here. Of course, with Ozzy Osbourne and Ozfest. See the satanic goat, the hybrid, devil horns, of course, the hoof. What do you see here? Hidden in plain sight. This is also the all-seeing eye of Lucifer. Again, always in plain sight. This is how they like to do it. There's an old saying how the devil has infiltrated the churches, and this is literal. Taking a look at this image. This is from a friend of mine who attends a local church. And what do you see? During the playing of a band, you see the lead singer throwing up the devil horns. What has taken place here is unbelievable. People in the congregation of this church, doesn't mean anything. It means I love you. The person that took this picture tried to explain to her, but she wasn't having it. Sad. People that go to churches, they don't realize that Satan controls every aspect of our lives, and that unfortunately includes the churches. Taking a look at this image I showed many, many times. Of course, the highest degree in Freemasonry is 33 in the Scottish Rite. Take a look here and understand, I mentioned this before. Understand the whole UFO deception. I believe this is going to be towards the end times, which I believe is very near. It all started back in 1947 with the supposed UFO crash in Roswell, New Mexico. Understand, Roswell is on the 33rd parallel. Just like CNN in Atlanta, Georgia. Just like they had the Heaven's Gate cult in Rancho Santa Fe in California. Phoenix, Arizona with the Phoenix Lights. This is the bloodline. This is all about mockery, of course. And also, to mention the bloodline, they were thrown down on Mount Hermon as well. So 33, this is the reason behind it. Of course, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. As a form of mockery, they'll have many events take place on the 33rd parallel as far as ritual. Again, with the supposed UFO crash in 1947, it's nothing but a hoax, a deception, all part of bringing on the New World Order. Just like when there's conflict within a country, such as a civil war, anytime an outside invader comes in, they will unite to fight off that invader. And this is how they do it. This is all part of bringing the New World Order, like I said. Take a look at some more images here and understanding more of the deception that has taken place as far as NASA is concerned. Understand, like I mentioned earlier and many times before, 33, Freemasonry being the highest degree in the Scottish Rite. And the reason for the orange spacesuits, the only color in numerology that equals 33 is orange. Same thing with the Golden Gate Bridge. People ask all the time, why is it international orange? They call it the Golden Gate Bridge for the same exact reason. Another thing is, the Golden Gate Bridge construction started in 1933. You have 33 twice here. The color of the bridge and the year it was built. For all those that have so much trust in the media, anytime they hear a news story on Fox News or CNN, understand I should mention first off, CNN is located on the 33rd parallel. In Fox News, people don't ask questions and wonder why. It's called Fox News. And again, looking at the numerology chart, it just so happens Fox spells out 666. When you watch Fox News, it's basically the devil's deception with 666. Understand, all the Satanists in this world, they own every aspect of our society, like I said so many times. So all the information they feed you that you deem as credible comes from these liars. Of course, just like 20th Century Fox, everything, there's a reason behind it. People in society don't think about this stuff. You just hear 20th Century Fox, oh, just a place that makes movies in Hollywood, just a company that makes movies. You have no idea there's a reason for everything. And there you go, the 666. Like the movie They Live. Just like with all the billboards they show in that movie, They Live is reality. Just take a look here at this vitamin water drink and you see the triple X's for 666. We live in this satanic controlled matrix which so few can see through. And they just think this is all just a coincidence. They've been blinded from birth. If they don't wake up, they're going to be blinded to death. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. This is going back in time, showing this is nothing new. With this root beer company, you got the triple X. Same exact thing. Just like the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm talking about religion and deception. Of course, as I mentioned many times, I believe in God. All these religions, this mixing of truth and lies, taking part of pagan worship and doing the exact opposite what the Bible says. Take a look at here at these people bowing and praying to Mary, where the Bible states, you shall not pray to any idols, worship any idols. These people completely deceived. They have no clue. The Catholic Church, they have padres. What is a padre? Of course, a padre is a father. You call to your padre in the Catholic Church. Again, the Bible states, do not call anybody on earth your father, because your Father is in heaven. That's why they call the Pope the Holy Father. It's more mockery. People might ask, what should I call my so-called father on earth. You don't call him that. You call him your dad, your papa, anything but your father. Taking a look, you see right behind here, the statue of Mary. And I believe this is not by chance, not a coincidence. With this light post, what does it look like here? Looks like 3 prongs, that of a pitchfork. Might be taken a bit far. People that understand the Vatican, they're nothing but a club of pedophiles, a bunch of Satanists. This is more mockery again. Something subtle, but the discerning eye can see through. This is how they love to mock, like I mentioned so many times. All about mockery. So I tell people that don't believe in God, don't believe in the Bible, and they shall turn their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. That's exactly what happens when you try to explain to people that are dead asleep. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want to believe what they believe in the news. They want to watch sports on the weekend, drink their beer, post selfies on Facebook. They want to have this life of excitement, jumping out of airplanes, bungee jumping, basically self-worship. And that's what, knowing or unknowingly, these people are taking part of. Self-worship and Satanism. The number 1 day of the year is your birthday. That's why they have these songs about your birthday. I think it's by Jay-Z. People don't realize there's a reason for everything in society. It's not random. And the Bible states that Satan deceives the whole world. This is literal. It's exactly what's taking place. Satan and his minions and the deceived masses below are completely clueless to the world deception and the coming in of the Antichrist.